what would you recommend to students who are not quite sure? I mean, is this a program for them?
Definitely.
Okay.
Especially if they want to do anything that involves leading people or just being in charge or being, just kind of in a management position or just, I think it's applicable for anybody in any kind of field, just because the need for leadership is so high. Everybody needs a good leader in their their company, their program, whatever they're doing. So I think if you don't know what you're doing, this is definitely something you should look at. If you don't have a set plan of like, all right, I'm going to go to this school and then graduate school and this is my career for the next 40 years.
Right.
I think this is, even for them, it's probably beneficial. So yeah, I'm a large supporter and believer that this can help anyway.
Sure. So you're right out of school, right? What about your peers in the program? Are they similar to you?
It's been fun. So I've had people that are a couple years older than me.
Right.
I've had 10, 15 years older than me. I've had parents of people I went to college with in my classes. So I've had all walks of life, all different ages, all different career steps. Like for me, just starting my professional career, some of my experiences is very different than somebody who's been working 20 years in HR and is in management of a couple branches and doing all these different. So our professional experience, I think, is really neat. It differs, so we get a lot of different perspectives.
Sure.
So yeah, it's been awesome. You get to know people very, very close, like faster than I thought we would actually. So it's been cool.
So that's kind of weird because you're saying, I've gotten to know these people, but you're in an online program.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah, it starts off, the first part of the program, the intensive. I think that really set the tone for just how this class was going, all this schooling was going to go. So the intensive is basically like a 3-4 day crash course of very intense learning, great speakers, as well as group therapy sessions, and just kind of you're thrown into this realm, and it's shocking at first, honestly. But even there, so we had our small group sessions, and when it broke down, I was clearly the youngest right out of college, but then we had a couple guys who were not too much older than me. Then we had some professionals who've been years of experience, and so through that we kind of built relationships just with those people. And then as we go throughout the year, each class I've had 1 or 2 of them in a class, and so we have discussion posts in the class. We do the go-to meetings and have video calls with homework partners. You're in constant texting, emailing, calling them. So you definitely build relationships differently than you think, differently than you probably would in undergrad. But you still do, for sure.
That's good. I'm glad. So was it weird to start with homework partners?
It was.
Did it take a little getting used to?
It does. It's a lot of, you kind of got to stay on top of the ball, and you kind of, each homework partner, you kind of work a little differently with them. So it's kind of learning about, all right, how does this person really want to do it? Some people like to chat a little bit more, talk about personal life, that kind of thing. Some people are very to the point, like, all right, we're here, let's talk about this, let's get it done. I have stuff to do. So. And that's fine too. I'm happy to, so I'm probably a little bit more in between, like I don't mind, talking to them a little bit or just getting to the point. So, it's been great.
Good.
It's been weird. It has been weird though at times.
It has been.
Sometimes you're calling a stranger for the first time, and I don't know how this is going to go. But I think it gets out of your comfort zone a little bit too. Right.
And that's, you're interacting with people.
Yeah.
Which is what you'll end up doing as a leader, interacting with people.
Sure.
So, and they're all different.
They are, they're all different.
So the difference in age, the difference in profession, has it made the degree better?
I think so. I think in undergrad you get a lot of similar perspectives, or you get, you have different backgrounds, different upbringings, and that plays a role for sure. But for the most part, there's some non-traditional students, but for the most part you're all, 18 to 20-some-year-olds studying this degree, trying to, you have similar outlooks on life a lot of times. In this, you have different even like ages, different eras they've come from. Growing up, talking to some of the other, class people, they're like, yeah, we had no idea, like, when I was an undergrad, there's no such thing as online school or anything. So it's been funny, like, helping them out through, like, even some, like, technology things. And, like, it's just funny. So it definitely, and then perspective's the same. Some of them have kids, some of them have, older kids, some of them are young. I'm not a parent, so it's like, it's kind of neat hearing that perspective, and then talking to them about, all right, we're juggling professional life and the schoolwork, and then raising a kid, and like, it's all this different thing. So kind of puts into perspective for me as well, having like the opportunity to get this done as young as I am.
Right.
So yeah, it's been I think really neat to have just all these different people being able to speak into your life and about their life in different ways.
A lot of different perspectives.
Yes, for sure.
Good.